As a small business owner, you might have heard the term lead generation bandied around a bit. We're NetHunt Gmail CRM and lead generation experts, and this is part 1 of our Lead Generation 101. In this video, we'll cover the basics: what is lead generation, and lead scoring, why it's important, and how to generate leads. In the next video, we'll give you the lowdown for lead generation strategies in 2021. Press those subscribe and notification bell buttons below to get more content like this. Let's get growing. First, the basics. What is a lead? A lead is any person who shows interest in your business, its products and services in any shape or form. This interest can appear in the form either looking you up online, reaching out to you, or communicating with you in any other way. Dig a little bit deeper and you'll find there are two main types of lead. A marketing qualified lead, or MQL, is a prospect that can turn into a customer but aren't ready to make their buying decision yet. On the other hand, a sales qualified lead, or SQL, is a lead who has passed the engagement stage and is ready to be hit with a direct sales push. Qualify leads and decide where they can be placed on a pipeline with lead scoring. This is the process of assigning a numerical value to a lead to signify their attitude towards a product. Once the scores are summed up, their final number decides which pipeline stage they fall into and which outreach they are subject to next. If you need to know more about pipeline stages and all that jazz, follow the link in the corner now to a video that will tell you everything you need to know about sales pipelines. Next, what is a lead generation? Logically, lead generation is the stimulation of interest in your product or service and the gathering of leads who might be interested enough to buy your product. It's all the activities aimed at a potential customer to persuade them to buy your product. A very typical lead generation process looks something like this. A disengaged visitor discovers a company through one of its lead generation channels. The visitor clicks on the call to action CTA object, taking them to an opt-in web form. The visitor fills out the web form, usually exchanging their personal data for some kind of offer. The visitor becomes a lead. Lead generation isn't just important, but it's essential in modern sales to build success. It lets you to collect valuable information about prospects. It raises brand awareness. By increasing your online presence, you are seen and heard. It's a positive feedback loop in action. It helps to target specific prospects. You can prioritize your prospects according to how valuable an approach from your business would be. Easy. Next, we're going to give you the lowdown for how to generate leads. There are two channels for lead generation: outbound and inbound marketing. The difference between the two lies in how invasive they are of a lead's time. Outbound marketing means interruption of prospects' lives as you try to introduce them to a product or service. Inbound marketing is much more subtle and respectful towards your prospects. But whatever you do, you shouldn't buy leads. This creates a false sense of meaningful activity. You won't be able to measure your performance effectively, and that affects productivity. It brings low-quality leads to your business who aren't at all interested in your product or service, and to top it all off, you can face legal penalties such as fines if your lead generation database isn't GDPR compliant. We'll say it again for the people at the back: never ever buy your leads. Instead, you should use one of these tried and tested lead generation strategies. They work, believe us. Content. The best lead generation channels are the ones that offer value to prospects, such as content. There are different ways in which a CTA can be incorporated into the content you share with visitors. Regardless of the shape of it, exchanging useful and interesting content for personal data seems like a fair deal in the eyes of future leads. Ads and retargeting. Both advertisements and retargeting share the same goal of raising brand awareness, spreading the message about a brand and its specific offers. It's a paid lead generation channel, which implies it offers better results. Google ads, Facebook ads, whatever ads you want. Regardless of the scope of your advertising campaign, you need to remember that your ads should include a clear CTA and offer with a matching landing page. Social media. Social media platforms boast millions upon millions of users. Facebook lead generation can be just as effective as LinkedIn lead generation, depending on your target audience. Either way, it's likely that a hefty part of your prospects are using social media. Your task is to turn them into leads. Social media digital marketing offers the best insight into the needs and wants of a target audience, helping you to approach them in the most effective and seamless way possible. A great example of lead generation thanks to social media channels is social selling. We've already told you everything you need to know about how to use LinkedIn for lead generation. Find the link on the screen now. Oh, and if you're into LinkedIn lead generation, you should try NetHunt CRM LinkedIn extension, which grabs all the data like names, job titles, company names, website addresses from a lead's profile and puts it into your NetHunt CRM. Email marketing has always been one of the biggest drivers behind lead generation. It's easy to reach out to people with personalized offers, encouraging them to take the actions you need them to take with strategically placed CTA buttons. Once you already have people's contacts on your mailing list, you can start shooting more personalized campaigns to turn them into leads. A well-established campaign can work wonder in attracting more people to buy from you. If you want to know even more about lead generation and the best lead generation strategies to use in 2021, stay tuned for our next video in the series. Until then, like, subscribe, and comment. Don't forget to join the NetHunt user community. NetHunt over and out.